Yeah, there you go, friends. Doc South here. Uh, old, older than dirt South. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whew. And you know something? I've noticed that as I get older, and I'm up there. I guess if you're 90 or so, I'm still a spring chicken. But the but I yeah, I'm scratching around at 79 now, and I notice one thing that's been happening as I get older, and I'd be interested in what anyone thinks on this video, and your remarks would be more than welcome, good or bad. But I noticed that now that I'm getting older, I'm getting more and more, and this sounds crazy, but I'm getting kind of afraid of the dark. Have you, if you're up there in age, has this happened to you? I A reply to this video would be more than welcome. You don't have to use your name, I guess. That's for sure. And I won't, you mention it all over the internet or anything. It'll just be on this video. But I notice all of a sudden, really, when it gets dark, I get uneasy. It's to the point where I really don't want to drive in the dark. That's for sure. It's with I have somewhat bad eyesight in this eye, and honestly, if someone hits me with high beams, ooh, wow. But even other than that, it's it's almost like a lot of times I lay in bed and feel like I'm being haunted, like this sounds crazy, I suppose, but it feels like there's spirits around, not necessarily bad ones, not necessarily good ones. Heck, it might be my folks who have long since passed away, or it could be friends who have gone into the mist, shall we say? But I sense a kind of uh, feeling that there are, oh, and possibly angels too, and maybe not always such nice angels. Maybe some that aren't are necessarily on the up and up, but also, but good with bad. And it just seems to me, I don't know, it gives me the chills, and I kind of lay there thinking, oh, now I got to go to sleep. And uh, sooner or later I do, but and oddly enough, it's pretty much a dreamless sleep. But the daydreaming and the imaginations and the feelings are all basically laying there awake in a dark bedroom. And it's just, I, again, I don't know. It's, I've run that by Sandy, and she says, well, we've seen ghosts. She said, we've seen them, either here or at other places. And gosh, when we cleaned out houses sometimes, for antiques and such, I said, yeah, I guess you're right. And we all know people that have had ghost or spirit uh, encounters. But boy, it's kind of wild when it comes to when it happens to yourself, and it's or if it starts seeming to accelerate. I'd just be interested in your opinion, your input in the matter. Um, I won't take offense at anything you care to write in. It would just be interesting to hear what you think. I know my daughter Sunshine, being a psychic, she's all the time surrounded by spirits, and she doesn't seem to mind them. I think she has, she, yeah, well, she seems to like having them around. But then that's Sunny, and a really good young lady. God, she's great, wonderful daughter. I should run this by her too, but it would be interesting to hear what you have to say. Have you, as you get older, are you noticing perhaps more uh, tidbits, shall we say, from the other side. It might be the best way to put it. Your opinion would be, just write something here in the, there's spots where you can write your message, and do so if you would. And you don't have to use your name. You can just maybe use some kind of nickname or something, and you don't have to identify yourself or anything like that. Wouldn't it be funny if a ghost actually sent a message? Horned in on someone's laptop or their smartphone. In any case, I thought I'd just say, I got a hunch myself, again, being older than dirt and eventually a candidate for the afterlife. I got a hunch it's probably wilder and more pleasant than we can realize from here on planet Earth. But I think it's going to be something to really see and enjoy when that time comes, or to experience and enjoy when that time comes. But for now, it's a mystery. And there's times when it does kind of give you the willies, and there's times when it kind of makes you feel pretty good. But I'd just be interested in what you might have to say. Do you get, on occasion, visitors, I guess the best way to put it, visitors in the night? I have seen many in my day, but I'm wondering if you do too. Okay, we'll catch you later. God bless. Bye now.